Hey guys, I'm Rob Lopicola, transformation specialist, and I am sober from sex addiction nearly 12 years. I was also methamphetamine addicted and alcohol addicted, and I'm sober for nearly 12 years as well from those. And coming from a place of sobriety, both sex, meth, and alcohol, I am here on my YouTube channel to help you transform your life from one that is sex addicted to a life of sexual sobriety where you can thrive as a healthy individual. And if this is what you're looking for and you want to break free from the horrific grip of your sex addiction, please subscribe to my channel right now. Hit that like button and hit the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. I do post weekly videos here on my YouTube channel, and I do everything I can to get it out on Tuesdays for you. And what I do on these videos is I give you strategies and techniques that will help you guide yourself to sexual sobriety. So whatever I offer you, I ask you and I implore you to take these strategies and apply them. Knowledge is great. I'm not here just to give you knowledge. I am here to give you application of the knowledge because you must apply what you learn for success in your sexual sobriety. Sex addiction affects over 30 million Americans. And believe it or not, many millions of Americans watch pornography equivalent to 4 months of a full-time job annually. Imagine that. Sex addiction is an addiction that many don't want to talk about because of shame or embarrassment, and sex addicts live in secrecy and guilt and shame. And I am here to help you break free of that. Today we're going to talk about how to change your sex addicted mind. And you have the ability to change how your brain works. Can you imagine? If you change your mind, you will change your brain. You have conditioned your life up to this point to have a habitual way of functioning. You have developed habits in your thinking and ultimately in your behaviors and in your lifestyle that are sex addictive, destructive, and ultimately debilitating, and will put you in situations where you could potentially lose everything: your relationship, your career, your freedom, like I did, and I lost all of that, or your life. Addiction is a debilitating, progressive disease, and sex addiction is no less deadly, if you will, as cocaine and heroin, alcohol, methamphetamine addiction. They all work the same. All addictions are out to destroy. And if you're here, it's probably because you want to live a better, clean, sober, productive life where you can fulfill your dreams and thrive as a healthy, social, happy individual. And I can get you there. So today, let's talk about how to change your sex-addicted brain so your life changes. So today we're going to talk about 3 strategies you can do. If you change your thinking, you will change your brain. That's called neuroplasticity. And believe it or not, you have the power if you deliberately participate in how you think. You can deliberately participate in changing your brain. And in changing your brain, you change everything. So we're going to talk about those 3 strategies. We'll start with strategy number 1. If you change how you think, you will change your brain. Your thinking on a regular basis is in full control of how your brain evolves. So your brain, the way your brain functions, is a result of how you think on a regular basis. Your thinking plays a role in the evolution of your brain throughout your life. Yes, your brain will change throughout your life. As you gain knowledge and your perceptions change and you gain experience, your brain changes. That's a scientific fact. But your thinking will change your brain as well. When you think something on a regular basis, you create neurons in the brain. Your thinking can actually produce matter. Yes, thoughts have power. You've heard that before. Creates neurons in the brain. And as you create neurons in the brain, what you're thinking about alters your brain. And then what does that do? Once you alter your brain, you are now going to act differently than you would have if you didn't have those neurons. Does that make sense? So neuroplasticity is the fact that you can change your brain by what you think about. So you have the power to start changing your thinking. And I want you to understand that you are not responsible for your first thought, especially as a sex addict. In sex addiction, we may be triggered by something that gives us an initial thought to act out sexually. Now, I want you to be aware you're not responsible for that first thought, but you are responsible with what you do with that thought. So what you have to start practicing, and I say practice because it's going to take you time, is to change your thinking, change your focus, change what you're looking at. So when you get that first thought, and now because you've been an active sex addict for a while, your brain will naturally think that way. When you have that first thought, change what you're looking at. Don't fight the thought, you will lose. You'll always lose if you fight your thoughts. So you have the thought, then change your focus. For example, you see something that triggers you to act out sexually. It could be a person, a street, it could be a place, anything. When that happens, then don't fight that thought. You had the thought, don't fight it. Now think about something loving, productive, that's going to give you something that makes you feel good. Going to the gym, for example, going for a long walk, go hiking in a mountain, do something for someone else that's loving. Change what you're looking at. You change what you're looking at, what you're looking at will change. So if your initial look is at that sex addiction and the trigger that got you into that sex addiction, now you change what you're looking at, and then everything will change. And you have to start doing that over and over and over again. You'll have to practice. You're going to fail your way to success. Understand? You're going to fail your way to success. It's going to be an uphill, loving battle to get to the point where that becomes a new habit. All right? So change what you're looking at. Very, very important. And if you change what you do, you will change your habits. You understand? So if you have a first thought, but then you change that thought, and the thought is, I'm going to do something loving and productive. Now, if I change what I do repeatedly, I will now develop new habits. Yes, change what you do, and you will change your habits. Because your life, in a very large part, is a result of what you do habitually. But it starts with the thought. Thoughts have that much power. Thoughts create neurons in the brain. Your neurons in the brain will develop habits for you. All starts with the thought. So change what you do, and it will start changing your habits. And that comes with practice. And again, you're going to fail your way to success. Just do things differently long enough, it'll become a habit. So those are your first two strategies right there. Not difficult, but it will take effort, and it will take a deliberate awareness of what's going on first in your thoughts, then in what you do, which will develop habits. Third, if you change your habits, it will change your life. It's that simple. If you start doing things in a different way, your life will be different. If you start doing things habitually long enough by practice, it'll become a habit. And then that habit will change your life. And again, I'll use the analogy of going to the gym. When you have a thought of acting out sexually, think about going to the gym and how good you're going to feel. Then do that. Go to the gym. And that's going to develop a new habit in time of going to the gym. And now you're going to the gym and you're eating healthier and you're getting stronger and you're leaning down and you're feeling good about yourself. That will change your life. That's just one example. You can do this. It's very, very simple, not easy, but simple with these three strategies. Change how you think, change your mind, and it will change your brain. If any of this resonated with you today, I kept it short and sweet for you. If any of this resonated with you today, please throw me a comment. I love comments. I will respond to your comment. I'd love to hear what you're thinking. And again, please subscribe to my channel. I post a video every Tuesday for you to help you eradicate active sex addiction out of your life for good. I also have a free ebook on my website. You can download it right now. I'll have the link below. It's 48 pages. 5 phases of recovery and transformation from sex addiction. It's going to give you everything you need to know from the first phase where you're in denial, where you may be aware you have a sex addiction, to a life where you are a thriving, spiritually grounded individual. And I also have an ebook series that you can invest in. These are 5 ebooks that are going to help you transform your life out of active sex addiction to a life of sexual sobriety. Please check out the links below and you can get all of these. In the meantime, I am grateful you were here today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next Tuesday. You be well, and take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.